Hello, and welcome to this session. I'm super happy to lead this session. So I'm in between the and I'll introduce myself for all of you that don't know who I am. I'm Zamira, Jaupaj, solution architect at Mobiquity. Design implemented critical and complex solution in AWS with middle-sized and enterprise companies. I would like to introduce the ones that are part of this panel. Marina from Post Software Technology. Welcome, Marina. Detelina from Hille Cloud. Welcome, Detelina. Anke Aegon NL. Welcome, Anke. I just enjoyed really your session. And Lotta from Schubert Philips. Welcome. Can you introduce yourself? Start with Anke.
Yeah, sure. I'm Anke Schlichting. I'm the Chief Technology and Transformation Officer of Aegon. And we've been working for several years now together with Amazon and partners to get some stuff into the cloud and to also make use of all the good stuff that the community around Amazon is creating for us. So that's also why I'm here.
Oh, nice to have you here. And I have in the next part of the screen, I have Marina. Marina, can you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Marina. I'm head of product management at Checkpoint, leading the cloud products that are focused on securing the cloud journey.
Nice to meet you and welcome, Marina. And Detelina from Hille Cloud.
Hello, I'm Detelina Vassileva. I'm head of the managed services organization in Hille Cloud, although currently on maternity leave. So I'm really thrilled to have an exciting opportunity in this one amongst all the baby stuff.
You're welcome, Detelina. And the last one, but not less important, is Lotta from Schubert Philips. Welcome, Lotta.
Thank you. My name is Lotta, and I work for Schubert Philips and as a customer director for our within our personnel team. Schubert Philips is a company focusing on mission critical applications. Besides doing this job, I'm also a foster parent for several children, and I'm in the Dutch board of the SOAR Optimist International, which aims to improve the position of women and girls. So I'm very happy to be in an all-women panel.
I'm very happy too, and this is very, very nice. So for me, really, it's the first time that I'm part of this panel, woman, and really I enjoy to discuss, especially with women and technology. And Lotta, as you just ended the presentation, I'm going to start your question. How do you keep the entire workforce aligned, involved, and up to speed on the last best practices?
Well, it's a big question. And of course, we've all been into a complete new situation since March. And I think we learned two important things. Well, first of all, that in our technical DNA, we always aim to be prepared to work from any time at any place. And that worked out very well. So we were thinking about opening a new location, and suddenly we were all working from 380 locations. And it worked out. And we were very proud that we managed to seamlessly continue our services to our customers. And the other thing we learned over time now is that we became, I think, more empathetic towards each other because we were all in this situation together. And specific needs of colleagues or need to discuss things were maybe easier because we were all in this together, and it was maybe more easy or okay to say, I'm doing really fine or I'm not doing so fine.
Oh yeah, thank you so much. And what do you think, Detelina, about that? What is in your company, how this work?
We had to get creative in getting everyone to socialize the way they used to in an office, but without the office this time. So we made this chat room, which turned into a conference call called the balcony. So everyone who used to go and smoke on the balcony would just think the other people and would be like, anyone up for a smoke or coffee? And they would start getting together and really helped the communication amongst the team and in between teams, which is always a struggle, not just during a pandemic.
Yeah, the pandemic, I would say, that changed the way of working and the culture for a lot of company. And this is a really global issue. And what do you think, Anke, about this? So how this does work in your company?
Well, I think it has worked surprisingly well. So we have actually seen productivity gone up, and of course you see that it's now it's taking a bit longer with this whole crisis or pandemic or whatever name you want to give it. That for people is getting more difficult. But I think if I take this question a little bit outside the COVID crisis, I think developing our people, I think, is the major challenge that we always have. So keeping people up to speed, making sure that we learn from each other, I think is the most difficult thing in my job. And it's not become a bit easier with COVID. So what we do is we have all kinds of communities where people learn from each other. We buy knowledge. We get people from outside our company that help us learn new stuff. But it's also a little bit in the DNA of the IT workforce to be curious and to and I think if you feed curiosity and allow people to try new things, not all the time, and not with a lot of cost, there's a lot of spirit and also a lot of new knowledge that you create in your company, and that can even happen if you're working from home, working via Teams, working via Zoom. So these things just continue. So I think it's amazing. I think this is, I would say, the biggest compliment to human agility, that we are able to cope and keep on working and keep on servicing our clients in these times.
Yes, definitely. We are as human, we are let's say adapt to the new change, and we can change very very fast. And I want to start a question with Lotta from Schubert Phillips. So, how do you think this pandemic, that this was global issue, is changing the mindset of both your customers and your employees? So, in Schubert Phillips.
Wow, this is a big question. I think it's like Anke said, we have to adapt, and that is for the better and the worse, because we see each other maybe more differently now, because some people thrive and some people find it more difficult, and that's both at our customer as in our own office with our colleagues. And maybe what changed is that there maybe is more space for bespoke solutions for people or needs in learning and their curiosity and the way they want to work or what kind of work they want to do.
Yeah, thank you so much. And what do you think, Marina, for your customers?
I think we first of all we haven't figured it out yet. We are getting there and we are adapting. So we are in this process of getting used to the new reality, which I personally hope is not going to last for long. But I think that both for the customers and for the employees, we have to figure out the collaboration and how we gain trust with people that we haven't met before. It really is challenging to kind of get to know new people in the new remote world, and it's all about creating this models of collaboration and trust and being more transparent. And since I'm coming from the security company, we are always keeping in mind that in order to make collaboration successful, it needs to be protected and secured, and there is some conflict between those two needs that we have today. So I guess clients are more open for collaboration, but they are also challenging us more about how we will secure all the collaboration, all the new ways of collaboration. And for employees, it's on us to create those new ways of creating open environment that helps people to work with each other and create those areas. The balcony, it's an amazing idea. Probably will adopt that.
Yeah, it's a challenge for everyone, right?
Yeah, it's amazing how we haven't thought about it. But yeah, I also heard about companies who are creating this way of gamification, creating like a seamless type of environment for people to go to walk through the office and meet other colleagues. So it's for us right now to figure out how we do that in this new remote reality.
Yeah. I'm very curious in HeleCloud. I know HeleCloud from Walter. So how is the situation there, Detelina? It's so I mean, are you struggling to manage this customer during the pandemic?
It's gone through several phases. So in the beginning, everyone was scared. So we had some people from the professional services part of the organization finally free to engage in some research and development work so that we can automate and productize more of our services. And in managed services, things actually got busier because customers were finally finding the time for maintenance, for cost optimization initiatives, and that's all things that we do in our portfolio of services. So it got a lot busier, and me personally, I was so happy we finally have resources to automate all those bits and pieces that you kind of never find the time to do when you have so much revenue generating work. But now everyone's back to being super busy, so we automated as much as we could.
Yeah, definitely. And so I mean, probably we thought that this pandemic would be shorter, but seems like it's going longer and longer, and we already accepted this situation. So right now we are going to work remotely for more long time than just we expected. But this is okay, I guess. And what about you, Anke? So how about your customers? Did you find some challenges during this pandemic, or not really? So
Well,
they
I think our customers are you and me and lots of people. And if you want to know something about your pension or your insurance, I think we're already as a client accustomed to interacting with us via some digitized way or the phone. I think there are some processes, for example, when you have a mortgage and you need to go to your notary and interchange many papers, many documents. I think we were so lucky that we already digitized those processes. So we are actually seeing a lot of benefit of being highly digitized. And we are lucky that our clients are used to interacting with us via the portals, via telephone, via WhatsApp. So I think in the Netherlands, because we have this high level of digitization, we do not see a lot of negative result of Corona. And actually, we do see that our clients are quite happy because they think, okay, we can just continue to interact, do our transactions and do whatever we need. So that's really helpful. In other parts of the Aegon world, digitization is at a lower level, and there you see that there will really real problems where documents had to be interchanged, and there was no way of doing that. So I think it also enabled also some creativity, and we were able in those parts of the world to create fast solutions that would. So I think it also broke through some of the issues that we were seeing before COVID, because we just had no choice. So I think it's also helpful in a certain way in breaking through some of the whatever issues we see and making it happen, because otherwise you're out of business. So I'm quite positive from a client perspective. Yeah.
I think
May I add something to that?
we are super lucky that we work in technologies company, and because of us, because we are working to make sure that all of these technologies work, and during this time helps a lot to communicate with each other. And we are using this technology right now to communicate with each other. So, and I have a question about that. How cloud solution help us to resolve all of these challenges? I want to ask this question to Lotta. So, do you have any?
I'm glad you asked,
I
because
know that you
we were
work a lot cloud, Lotta, in Schubert Phillips. So, what do you think
I'm
about
glad you
that?
asked. And we were discussing it because, well, I work in the customer team of PostNL, but also like for Jambo, we saw an enormous increase of work because more people ordered packages. So there was a 40% increase. And we were discussing if we would still be in our data center, this increase of the scalable of the request of our customers would have been, well, let's say, very difficult. And with AWS, it was, well, we did it. And we're very proud of it.
Well, I'm happy for you. And what about you, Marina? What in software technology in point? What the technology? What do you think it's helped a lot to challenging this?
So we are working with cloud for a long time already. So for us, it's kind of normal state, and all of our clients are actually somewhere in their cloud migration journey, and we are helping them to secure that. So we are seeing that a lot of customers are fast tracking the projects these days to proper capacity and ability to be remote and to provide their customers the solutions that they need these days. We are seeing that there is a higher demand for professional services and for us being more transparent and proactive in regards to our customers. And all of this is actually helping me as a product manager to promote a lot of functionality and features that we wanted to promote anyway. So for me, just fast tracking all the cool and amazing functionality that we've been working around the clock to release anyway. So exciting days in terms of the scale and ability to support all of the customers around the globe. Unfortunately, we are seeing that the digital transformation happens because of this pandemic faster. I wish we knew to be more proactive, but that's, I guess, human nature. We need some trigger to make the things happen.
Yeah, thank you so much. Definitely, the technology helps a lot to resolve all of these challenges. And as I said, we are using technology right now to communicate with each other, and this because of us. And I have another question about it is really difficult to find a good technologist or experts, AWS expert or whatever technology it is in your company. I want to ask this, Detelina, to have a cloud. So it's really difficult or it's easy?
Super difficult. We're up in Bulgaria and Sofia, and Sofia has turned into one of the IT hubs in Europe, where a lot of companies come to open up their offices because there's a lot of experts in IT, but never enough. And what we encountered during the past a little over 2 years is that first, it's a big shift from doing a sysadmin or an application support or any kind of support job and switch to AWS and infrastructure support as a huge area. And you have to suddenly learn so much, and you must have the mentality to never stop learning because AWS changes everything. And we had to really up our game on the onboarding process. And when we introduced a more hands-on training, we managed to transition people from the general ops mindset to the DevOps mindset in a couple of months. But that still wasn't enough. So we had to change the way we did interviews. We underwent an emotional intelligence training, and we included what we've learned in the recruitment process so that we could find exactly the right type that fits our culture and fits this cloud mindset that we need in the people. And something I'm really proud of is that we started teaching AWS in 2 universities in Bulgaria. One is a public university, one is a private one, soft uni, and you can sign up for the AWS course, and we can. This also helps our recruitment, but it helps everyone in Sofia because there will be more people who understand AWS and available to work on it.
Yeah, I think the Balkan country still have some, let's say, issue and challenge on work. However, it's going very, very fast. But I would say probably Netherlands is completely other market. I want to ask Anke about this. What about Igon? Is it the same issue? Are you really so to find the expert is so easy and you know the people they also change the job very very fast and very quickly. So why is happening?
It depends a little bit what type of company you're working for. So I think it's one of the main challenges to educate people from the current way of working with data center, the current infrastructure platforms, to understanding how things are done in the cloud and also how fast things are changing. So I'm actually really interested in how the other women are tackling this challenge. So I think, and maybe I can give you an example. I think we have very knowledgeable IT people in our organization. They've been working with us for sometimes many years. And in the past, and it's not an example, but we had COBOL programmers and we were moving towards Java. So we gave them an education on Java. They were helped and everything you can do to get people familiar with that new language. But in the end, we did a code quality review and we found out that we had Java COBOL. It was not Java, and I think this is a little bit what I mean. I think if you have basic infrastructure knowledge or you have been working in the infrastructure space your whole life, it doesn't make you a really good cloud infrastructure expert or a DevOps engineer. So I think it really depends, and I think it's a difficult journey. And apart from trying to educate your own workforce, it's also not easy to get it off the market because it's a hot skill. So I think this is one of the main challenges, to really get the right knowledge at the table at the right time, because we also found out that our journey has restarted a few times because we didn't have the right people available to help us understand every single detail on every single technology issue that we needed to solve along the way. So for the ladies here that have cracked this nut, I'm really interested to understand how you did it. I would like to learn.
If someone else want to share the experience, how you deal it.
Well, I think it's.
Go ahead.
Go, Detelina.
No, I misheard. Lotta, apologies.
Okay.
I think it's what the talk was before. It's very important to have diverse teams, not only women, but also people from different backgrounds, so that they can help each other. Because of course, if you work for 10 years in infrastructure, building a bank, then now it's different if you work with younger colleagues who have less experience, but who are AWS experts. And actually to work together in that team, I think that's one of the solutions. But we need definitely more because...
Yeah, definitely.
And just quickly to add to that, I think my experience shows that if you're hiring for a skill or a talent, and you know that the person you worked in the past is a quick learner, or you know someone who is good in one discipline. There are a lot of disciplines that can be cross-applied to different areas, and just look for people who have the right motivation and skills. That usually helps if you have a very big shortage of experts, and you can just train what you know, but you cannot give them the right attitude or motivation for certain things.
Yeah, definitely. And I think so. The time is going very, very fast, and especially when we join this kind of discussion. However, I would like to ask you the last question. So, what would be the most digital priority of the agenda of 2021 for the Moss company? And I want to start with you, Lotta. What do you think about that?
I would love if AWS Chime, the video conferencing, if they would work on software to have the mirror neurons. So if you're in a video conferencing, that your mirror neurons also, it can work as if you're in real life. That's why people get so tired of video conferencing. So I would find that spectacular if you could crack that.
Oh, that's interesting. And what do you think, Anke, about the most digital priority of the next year?
There are so many digital challenges that because they keep on coming, so to speak. So I would say my digital challenge would be to create an inter clients where we can more easily and privacy safe bring more value on financial data to our clients, which is something that everybody wants. Nobody has fully cracked it yet. So that would be for me a digital challenge, to make that so easy and also fully from the driver's seat of the customer and not from us.
Yeah, this machine
Because we
learning help a lot in innovation.
Yeah, because we are only part of the financial picture of every person. So Aegon has some information, but we do not have all information. So if we could crack that data challenge, if you could help me with that, Amazon, thank you very much. It would be great.
Yeah, what do you think, Detelina, about that?
I really liked what Lotta said. I think it explains why everyone's so exhausted from video conferencing. But I'm also worried about our attention span from trying to juggle so many things on digital devices, even if it's just one device. I'm not sure if that's a digital challenge, to be honest, but it will be good to find a way to survive after this pandemic with more attention and not significantly less.
Yeah, I think we are super positive, and we think that this pandemic, it will finish soon, at least I believe in the next year, but we really don't know. And thank you so much for your time. I know that probably we can discuss for more hours and hours today, because it's really nice to discuss, especially between women, and to have this. But unfortunately, we don't have much time. So thank you, everyone, for your time, and it was really nice discussion.
Thank you, Zamira.
Thanks.